It's time!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the locker room. Justin, we witnessed Kansas win in glorious fashion after being down 15 at halftime. UNC gets owned in the second half, and Kansas is now your champion. Not many brackets pick Kansas.
I know, I was so fucking glad when Kansas just came back and just ended up winning that game. Because fuck North Carolina. Beating my Duke Blue Devils, but it's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter whatsoever.
All right, well, we're starting off the show with a banger here. No easing into the swear words today. We're just coming in right out the gate. We've got a couple really fun topics for you today. This one has actually been requested by quite a few people. And so I thought it'd be fun to just kind of bounce back and forth and talk about this. We're going to talk about the biggest bitch moves in sports history. So this could be, cheating, this could be a fight, this could be anything. Basically, just the biggest bitch moves in sports history, okay? So we both have one that's like our what we believe is our end-all, be-all, our biggest bitch move. But let's talk about some in history. Well, give me one that we were discussing earlier.
Well, how about Michael Vick fighting dogs and they allowed that little bitch back in the league again. So,
okay. Yeah,
I mean, he literally made dogs fight each other to the death. And then he electrocuted them like a little fuck, too.
Okay, well, hey, look at this. Biggest bitch move. Female dogs are also called bitches.
That's true.
Listen, Justin's brilliant here. I'm appreciating your cerebralness right now. I don't even know if cerebralness is a word.
Well, Michael Vick sure doesn't hell know what it means, so...
So we got Michael Vick fighting dogs. That's a good bitch move. I've got Draymond Green kicking dudes in the dick. Remember that when he got suspended in the 2016 playoffs for just kicking people in the dick?
Yeah, and then they called LeBron a bitch, too.
Yeah, well, and the best part is like, he's kicking people in the dick, and then finally gets suspended, and he's like, I don't know what I did wrong. And it's like, dude, one time is too many times. When you've kicked people in the dick 4 different times, now we've got a problem.
I would have beat his ass right there.
Yeah, LeBron is a little bit of a bitch for not beating the shit out of Draymond Green. All right, but to be fair, all NBA players are bitches. I mean, back in the day, Malice in the Palace. If you were a fan, you were fighting.
Yeah, folks, if you're in Detroit back in like 2006.
Yeah, the 80s to 2005.
You could have been in the game.
Yeah.
You could have been there.
You literally could have caught a right cross
from Ben Wallace.
From Ben Wallace, yeah.
Ben Wallace would have whooped your ass right there, yeah.
All right, so we got Draymond Green kicking people in dicks. That's a massive bitch move, especially from a guy to a guy. That's almost as big of a bitch move as Will Smith smacking another man. Like,
yeah,
that's
just
a
ball
bitch
up your fist and
punch him in the face.
Deck that motherfucker. We keep it real on this podcast, guys.
I mean, you dropped fucked in the first 12 seconds of this podcast.
I mean, yeah.
I said, what's going on? Welcome back to the locker room. You go, fuck this, fuck that, and like just instantly.
I mean, folks, you should know this is just who I am now. You guys know me. Yeah, I've been on here for a while now. You guys just know.
Justin has a form of Tourette's, is what he's trying to tell you guys. So
I don't sugarcoat shit. I just put it out as it is.
Really? You don't? Oh.
Just like Sandusky.
You seem so optimistic.
Just like Sandusky asking for hand jobs when he was coming on his recruiting job. Hey, would you like to come to my college to play? Can I get a hand job first?
Oh, is that your next bitch move?
That's my next bitch move.
I don't know if it's so much of a bitch move as it is just straight up rape.
I mean, he went to prison.
Yeah.
For a very, very long time.
He comes the 19-year-old kid comes home from.
And he's an old little fuck too.
Well, yeah. It's never like a young 25-year-old raping other 20-year-olds. Like, it's usually the old creepy saggy guys.
Yeah. Come here, boy.
Well, I can just imagine it's like the kid, the 19-year-old kid comes home on his first college visit. Honey, how was the campus? Oh, I'd love to play there.
My coach touched my pee-pee a little bit, but all right.
Sandusky put his thumb in my ass. Is that a normal operation? I didn't know. Is that like a normal thing? He said he had to give me his own physical.
Yeah.
He told me to turn my head and cough and also don't tell the police.
Yeah, I don't know what that dude's fucking crazy.
All right, so that's your next bit. I mean, I wouldn't call that a bitch move as much as I would rape.
Well, it's a bitch because he just no. He
did bully up on
bullied up
naive
on,
young kids.
Yeah, kids coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 19. Oh, you suck my dick. I just keep
moving on.
Just keep it real, folks. Just keep it real. That's the only way we know how. All right. You should already know, folks. I ain't sugarcoating shit on this podcast.
Yeah, trust me, we know. This went from like I said, damn, and I was apologizing to people, and you're like, fuck this, fuck that, suck my dick, like. All right, so my next bitch move would probably be. I guess I'll lump all of them together because at this point there's been so many. But I would say the New England Patriots, whether it's Deflategate, whether it's Spygate. I mean, like, you had the best quarterback of all time, and you were still cheating.
Well, hey, mate, they just want to get a little. What their practice was like, what their formations were like, what their players hurt.
Yeah, just something that's super illegal.
How's the quarterback? How was the offensive line? Nah, don't.
Also, Robert Kraft was getting. What was he? He was touching prostitutes. What was he doing?
Nah, he had a massage place that ended up turning into a sex trafficking ring.
So basically, everything that the New England Patriots represents is just bitch moves upon bitch moves.
Not to mention the tuck rule, where.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And then not only with Spygate, you got Deflategate too.
You got Deflategate. Where,
man, they've been in a lot of controversy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I overarch the New England Patriots is just a bitch organization.
Yeah. I shit, they've been in 3 fucking 3 issues.
4 scandals.
Jesus.
Another bitch move while I'm on the subject of bitch moves. What about Bountygate? Where Peyton was just paying players to literally take people out on the football field. Yeah, dude, that's such a bitch move.
Yeah, it's pretty. Can we just
it's illegal. He's basically like,
can
will
we
you
put
murder?
this as a bitch move already?
What?
Deshaun Watson exposing himself and trying to have sex with 22 different massage women. Like, I know he hasn't been proven guilty yet, but
I feel like you go to a lot of crimes when it comes to bitch moves.
I mean,
I'm talking about like Draymond Green kicking people in the dick, and you're just like, you want to bring up this rape allegation? Are we talking about Ray Rice next?
I mean, yeah, Ray Rice beat the shit. He beat the shit out of his fiance. Not to mention,
by the way, we're not laughing at that.
It was so bad. He shut down a casino. Even the the gamblers who are there 24/7, they were like, yeah, this is too crazy for me. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
What?
Like he shut down a casino. That's how fucking hard he rocked her ass.
My favorite Dave Chappelle joke about that is so he goes, I was talking to an older gentleman friend of mine, and we were talking about the Ray Rice incident, and he said Ray Rice punched that girl in the face with all his strength. And he goes, I asked my old wise friend, what'd you think about that? He goes, you should never punch a girl in the face with all of your might. He goes, but then he leans in and goes, I wonder what she said to him. But yeah, so there's a bunch of, Justin's bitch moves are basically anything that's illegal. What's another?
I got another one.
Go.
Gilbert Arenas getting caught with a gun on the team plane.
Yeah, I forgot about. Didn't he get arrested on his way to the game?
Yeah, he got arrested on his way to the game for having a loaded gun in the airplane. What a fucking idiot.
Here's the deal. You already have it tough. You're black. Why would you bring a gun? What are you doing? Why do you need a
Why do you need a gun on the team plane?
Why do you need a Magnum on the way to go play the Raptors?
Yeah, I mean, shit, the Raptors sucked at that point. He could have at least beat them by like 15 points. Like,
well, he was getting insured to threaten them before the game started.
Yeah. Hey, motherfuckers, you score on me, I got a bullet with each of your names on it.
And your children. What's another?
I didn't say that, but...
What's another bitch move? There's so many good ones.
There's just so many of them. Like,
oh, well, we were talking about
what about Tiger Woods cheating on his wife?
Oh, with like 30 different people, bruh.
Yeah.
First off, gentlemen, if you're gonna cheat,
this man falls asleep and fucking gets into a car accident and wrecks his back.
and he's about to play.
He is in the match. They played today.
They played today.
The first round was today. I haven't.
Did he play in the first round?
He did play in the
Did he play today?
He did play today. I'm not sure what he did today.
I haven't looked.
I'm not sure what he did today, but he did play. But we'll talk more about that next podcast for sure.
All right, so Tiger Woods definitely cheating on his wife is a massive bitch move. Especially, and then she chased him with golf clubs, which is so hilarious to think that his wife is chasing him with the one thing that he uses to make money for the house. You know? Like, that's the funniest shit in the entire world, that she pulls out a 9-iron to beat the shit out of him.
I got another one.
Go.
Aaron Hernandez murdering
Jeez.
2 people. He going to prison for the rest of his life.
He killed himself.
And then he ended up, well, yeah, of course he did. He's going to prison. He's in prison for the rest of his life.
This went from biggest bitch moves in sports history to true crimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy how many of these athletes have gotten
Well, I mean,
trouble.
Ray Lewis literally killed a
Henry
guy.
Ruggs is about to go to prison for
Oh,
murdering a girl and her dog when he was driving 120 miles an hour. Idiot.
Well, it's like you have Ray Lewis murdered somebody, came out and says, "I believe in God," and then everybody's just like, "Oh, he's cool."
Yeah. All right, let him play. Let him play.
O.J. Simpson, glove didn't fit.
He must have quit.
Glove didn't fit. You must have quit.
And then he did get prison time for trying to steal his trophies back.
Yeah, what a dipshit.
His own
with all
trophies
these
back.
fully automatic weapons, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You get cleared of murder.
But then
And then, and you know that's why they gave him such a harsh sentence, because they knew he did it. They just couldn't physically prove it. So then they're just like, all right, we got to get this motherfucker on something. And so he
get this little bitch off the street.
Oh, okay.
Bill, the Cosby. No, we're not talking about
Yeah, I
him.
was about to say,
No
first,
one cares.
why does all your bitch moves end with rape? Everything's rape with you or murder. Oh my god. We're talking about bitch moves in sports.
Hey, those are bitch moves.
We could talk about Jorge Masvidal, who snuck up on Colby Covington in the club. That's a bitch move.
Yeah, a little punk.
Literally because you can't win a fight, so you put on a mask and a hoodie and sucker punch somebody in public, sneaking up behind them. That's definitely a bitch move.
Yeah,
All right.
I think I've seen that shit in WWE, like the game. Like they put a guy puts on a mask and tries to beat the other guy up, and he gets into a fight.
What's another one?
Maybe that's where he got it from. Maybe he was playing WWE the game one time.
Well, because the new game's been, busting. Everybody's talking about and playing the new game.
It's not very good.
Did you see, how dope would this be, though? One of the Cowboys, is Jerry Jones' son maybe, or nephew, they hooked up their Xbox to the mega screen in the stadium and were playing the new WWE on the big screen in Dallas. Yo, could you imagine playing like Call of Duty or some shit on that?
It'd be so hard to focus.
I mean, yeah. Well, it'd basically be like playing VR because the screen's so massive and wraps around your head. But that would be fucking dope. All right, give me your number one bitch move in sports history.
Well, I mean, for me, I have to go with Antonio Brown taking off all his pads, and then going ahead and doing jumping jacks in the end zone in the middle of a play, and he said, "Peace out, motherfuckers," and then just left.
I just like the fact the play's going on. They're like down, set, and they're just like, yo, one of the cheerleaders, male cheerleaders is in the end zone. Oh, shit, that's Antonio Brown.
I honestly thought it was a fan at first. I was like, what the fuck is a fan doing out there in the fucking end zone?
Then that's what the announcer said. They're like, oh, folks, we got a streaker.
Yeah, it turned out it was Antonio Brown doing jumping jacks in the end zone.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, bye.
Hey, folks, we got a streaker. Why did the streaker have a helmet and pads? Did
he blew him a kiss, too, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
If he did that, I would have thrown a football
I just
at
like
him.
the fact that he legit took off his clothes and then took off his shirt and then just started chucking it into the stands.
Yeah, he had no fucks given right there. He just literally, he said, "Yep, I'm out."
Dude, speaking of that's a good bitch move. That's up there for me as one of the biggest bitch moves in sports history. But while we're on the subject of quitting, do you remember I cannot think of the cornerback's name who quit on the Indianapolis Colts at halftime.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Davis.
Shit.
Davis, right?
No, it wasn't Davis.
I could swear it was Davis.
Motherfucker. We'll have to look that up for you folks. So we'll look that up.
Well, here, you Google it real quick, and I'll talk to the people about it.
All right, I'm gonna Google it real quick, and then while my colleague Jacob talks to y'all, and I'm gonna find out who this was, because this is annoying the shit out of me. He was
on the Colts, I think, right?
He said,
Colts
yeah,
player.
they were getting fucking wrecked that game too. They were getting whooped.
That
And he's like, yeah.
Colts player that quit at halftime.
And he's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out.
It was Davis. Okay. It was, he made two Pro Bowls, and then Davis retired from the NFL in the middle of the Bills. Vontae Davis, that's right. In the NFL, in the middle of the Bills' second game of the 2018 season, removing himself from the game at halftime.
And he's like, yeah.
Wait. Chuck Pagano comes in to make a speech. Baron Davis stands up and says, "I'm out." And the players then looked around and said, "I don't understand what out means." He says, "I'm retired." Drops his shit and leaves the locker room right there.
Savage moment.
Well, could you imagine?
That's pretty boss.
Could you imagine?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's pretty boss. I kind of like that. Peace out, motherfuckers. Y'all suck. I'm going somewhere where they can actually win.
They go, no, I can see how this goes. They
You're
go,
getting your asses whooped.
no, I can see how this goes. The coach comes in and he goes, "Guys, we suck." He stands up and does his pads. He goes, No, you suck.
Yeah, you suck. I'm out of here, motherfucker. I'm out of here, bitch.
I forgot about that. Remember Tom Segura talks about that, where he makes jokes about he's like, remember that guy that quit at halftime of the game? He's like, could you just imagine him standing up and being like, "Y'all guys, I just don't think we can do it." They're like, no, we can push through. And he's like, no, I quit. And they're like, "I'm sorry, what'd you say?"
Yeah.
All right,
Guys,
Antonio Brown.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
We'll lump in Antonio Brown quitting and Davis quitting as your biggest bitch move in sports history. Here's my biggest bitch move in sports history. Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors. And here's why. Because I have had this argument with many of you out there, and I'm going to go hard for like 2 minutes. So no interruption, I'm going hard, okay? Here's the deal. Kevin Durant was on a stacked team in Oklahoma. They couldn't get the job done. They end up losing to Golden State. They end up losing in the championship. They got to a championship. Okay? It's not like they didn't make it to the mountaintop. They got there and they ended up losing. But they lost to a LeBron James team who had prime LeBron James in it. No shame in that. Okay? So Kevin Durant decides, I just can't do it anymore with Westbrook, and I just can't do it anymore with James Harden. So instead of going to Chicago, instead of going to the Knicks, instead of going somewhere where he could have elevated that squad to be a playoff / championship contender, he goes to a team that was a 73-win team. He goes to a team that has already won a championship. He goes to a team that has 3 All-Stars, that has the greatest shooter in NBA history, has a top 5 shooter in Klay Thompson in NBA history, has Draymond Green, who is the Swiss Army knife of defenders and playmakers. Goes to a team that is so stacked with a great coach just because he can't win in Oklahoma. That is the biggest bitch move in sports history. That is like Tom Brady going and joining the Rams this offseason just because Tom couldn't get it done in Tampa. So now he goes and joins a super team who beat them, and now all of a sudden, we're all supposed to respect that move. And I'm supposed to respect KD because he left and went to Brooklyn now. Well, guess what, folks? He's not winning shit in Brooklyn. He's not doing anything in Brooklyn. Him, Kyrie, Ben Simmons, Kyrie, James Harden, it doesn't matter. They literally aren't even going to get out of the first round in this year's playoffs. So don't look at me and say that Kevin Durant's had a tough life. He won his 2 NBA MVPs, final MVPs, because he went to a team that literally had a unanimous MVP on it already and a runner-up in Klay Thompson.
Not to mention the time he did join them the year after, or the year before, they won 73 games.
That's what I'm saying. The 73 win.
They beat the Bulls' record.
The 73 win
for most
Golden
wins
State
in a regular
Warriors.
season.
And the only reason LeBron James beat them is because him and Kyrie Irving had the greatest stretch as a duo in NBA history in 2016. They came down from 3-1.
And Draymond Green was suspended.
And Draymond Green got suspended for kicking people in the dick.
Yeah,
but here's the deal. It took all of that miraculous stuff for LeBron James to beat that team. If LeBron James doesn't go off and Kyrie doesn't go off for 40 plus to finish off, Golden State wins another championship, and Kevin Durant still joins a now 3-championship team in Golden State. Absolutely garbage. Biggest bitch move in sports history.
Oh yeah, a little punk for that, and
I have no respect for KD anymore. I'm done.
I've never liked him at all. I think he's a little bitch. I think he's
Him and Kyrie Irving are the thinnest skinned superstars in the history of any professional sport.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like, you gotta stop being a little whiny girl, and you gotta put on your big boy panties and get on out there. But
you got to be able to take criticism.
He can't do that. He's not made like that.
You're in the public spotlight.
Here's another one. And even though I love this guy, LeBron James, what about when he just said, Yep, peace out, Cleveland, on national TV.
Oh,
pretty much,
the decision.
I'm going to Miami. We're not winning 1, 2,
not
3,
3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
Man went up to I think he was going to go up to 20. He ain't going to play that many years right there, but...
Well, actually, he might play 20 fucking years. Look at him now, but still.
That was pretty savage.
Well, what was a bitch move about
savage.
that?
I think that was more savage than the bitch move.
What was a bitch move about that, though, is the fact that he, televised it just to tell Cleveland to go fuck itself. He's like, yo, I'm going to put on a nice shirt. We're going to have cameras on me, and we're going to have an hour-long special called The Decision.
Now, what I think is the biggest bitch is all those little bitchy-ass fans burning his jersey. The dude did everything for you. Your team sucked. If I can't win with his team, I would be like, I'm gonna pull a Vontae Davis. Yeah, we can come back. No, we can't, and I'm out of here. I'm getting the fuck out.
You can try and come back, but
I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go join the Warriors. To be
honest.
I
love when LeBron came back, Cleveland acted like they weren't complete assholes when he left. They're just like, no, we've always loved you, Bron.
Yeah.
It's like, didn't you threaten to firebomb his mom's house? Nah, bro, I was just joking.
Gosh.
That reminds. Remember that Tosh.0 joke, or that Tosh joke, where he's like, NBA players get into some scandals. He goes, Kobe Bryant raped a girl, changed his jersey number, and he goes, that soulless town in L.A. couldn't be happier. No. Number 8 was the rapist.
No, and Ben Roethlisberger had a sexual harassment on his thing, too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I've just realized it. A lot of athletes have been in a lot of sexual allegations
or crimes,
or have been committed of sexual, or just battery in general.
Yeah. Well, for sure, battery. The entire NFL is basically, at one point in time, has been in prison.
It's crazy. I didn't now doing all this research lately, and just looking back at it, there's been a lot of athletes who have been put in prison.
I went
to a lot of them.
I went to a comedy show the other day, or the couple weeks ago, and the guy goes, he was talking about just football players in general and how a lot of them, always going to jail and stuff like that. He goes, hey, did you punch your wife in the face? You can come on back to the team. I swear to God, if you kneel for the national anthem, I will fucking ban you forever. Dude, it had me rolling. There was a Titans player there, and the dude just fell on the ground laughing so hard. He's like, did you punch your wife in the face? You're not going to kneel for the anthem, are you? All right, we're good.
That's pretty... Although, hey, folks, let's just point this out. Colin Kaepernick sucks the fucking big one, all right?
He's just not that good of a football player.
He's not even good. It's not because... obviously, teams just don't give a fuck what you've done in your past. You could kill a person like Ray Rice did. And, whoa, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. So, trust me. Colin, it's not because you know. It's because you're a piece of shit. It's because you suck at your job.
Well, I don't really want to get
if you didn't suck at your job, maybe you'd be on a team right now.
I don't want to get too heavy into Colin Kaepernick just because I don't feel like dealing with the messages. But here's one thing I will say about Colin Kaepernick.
Bitch.
He is a bitch. But he comes out, says the NFL is just producing slavery, tells the NFL to suck his dick, and then 2 months later is like, I don't understand why the NFL is not calling me. I've got a pretty big reason.
He's like, guys, I'm ready. And all the teams were like, guys, let's not fucking sign this guy.
Oh, yeah, by the way, this guy says that I'm a slave owner because I coach for the NFL, so I don't know
Yeah.
what you really want me to say now. So, Colin Kaepernick, maybe shut your mouth, and you might get a backup role in Chicago in another 2 years.
How about another
got
savage story? When Bill Belichick benched Malcolm Butler the day of the day of the Super Bowl. Hey, it's the Super Bowl, guys. Are you fucking stoked? Malcolm Butler, sit your ass on the bench. You ain't playing, homie.
Hey, Malcolm Butler, are you one of our best defensive players?
Yeah, go ahead and sit your ass on the bench. You ain't playing today.
Oh, speaking of let's talk. I mean, let's go into savage moves too, or modes, or things too. Jesus, stumbling over my words.
Let's be honest. I think these all have been super big savage moves.
What about this? I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, Marshawn.
Marshawn, what do you plan to do in the Super Bowl tomorrow? I'm just here so I don't get fined. Dude, that was savage.
That was. And he'd always have a fucking bag of Skittles with him.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite part about.
God, I can't stand him.
Marshawn.
I can't stand. I can't stand. I cannot stand Marshawn Lynch.
Why?
He's too big of a bitch for me.
No, he's hilarious.
Marshawn, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
He's also one of the best like actual guys. Like he goes back and I mean, there's that famous clip where he's like, "What are you doing over Thanksgiving?" He's like, "I'm gonna go pass out turkeys in my old neighborhood."
No, I heard
he's a great person.
I heard he's a really good guy.
If you ever watch any YouTube stuff, just YouTube Marshawn Lynch reactions and stuff. He had a channel for a long time where he would bring in these people with that could do crazy things. They could do 30 backflips in a row or whatever. And just watching Marshawn react to these crazy people is the funniest bit of TV that you'll see in a very long time. I love Marshawn. He was such a character. Let's continue on savage. What about, all right, let's talk, we never talk about NASCAR on here, but what about the time where Tony Stewart got wrecked, so he got out of his car and chucked his helmet on the oncoming cars and tried to fight a literal car? He was trying to literally jump in front of traffic going 200 miles an hour.
To be fair, he had just watched Hancock the night before, and so he thought he could do that.
Well, honestly, NASCAR...
Or he was pulling a Ricky Bobby out there.
I'm on fire. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. Help me, Oprah. Help me, Jewish God. By the way...
One of the funniest movies right there.
No. You know what movie I watched yesterday? The Ringer. Where I don't know if you've seen this movie.
This guy fixes the Special Olympics.
It's Johnny Knoxville, and he fixes the Special Olympics so he can get his gardener's fingers sewn back on after they
Stavi.
Give the Stavi goodbye. But no, I was watching it yesterday, and I still to this day, when he goes, honey, I just took him out for ice cream. And he goes, when the fuck do we get ice cream?
Yeah.
Did you get ice cream?
Yeah. Or you scratched my CD.
You scratched my CD.
You were here in broad daylight.
You picked it up in broad daylight and scratched it. My favorite is when they're at the pool and he goes, "Oh, go say hi to her." He goes, "Don't say her name." And then he gets quiet and he goes, "Did you know Christ was a Jew?"
Oh gosh.
By the way, you know what's so amazing about that movie is the fact that he's friends with them and takes care of them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Knoxville, I just watched Jackass Forever, the latest Jackass. It was really good.
By the way, Johnny Knoxville, great guy.
Yeah, he really is a great
Tennessee.
guy.
From Knoxville, Tennessee.
Is he really?
And boy won at WrestleMania this year. That's right. He beat the lame ass Sami Zayn.
Johnny Knoxville was in
Yeah, Wee Man was there too. It was Wee Man, Wee Man fucking body slammed fucking Sami Zayn too. Picked him up and body slammed his ass. Wee Man's pretty strong.
Speaking of WrestleMania, now that you kind of got my mind there, what about Logan Paul getting betrayed by The Miz and getting face slammed?
I fucking love it. I hate Logan Paul with every passion of my being. I
hate the Paul brothers.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think everybody does. Just like the Island Brothers.
I'm an island boy. I'm trying to make it. Have you seen the new one?
No.
They have like 4 of them now. And the third Island Boy, I swear, he goes. The TikTok that I watched is someone goes, "Can you say the alphabet?" And he goes, "Brr, you heard me, brr, brr, A B C, brr, brr, bruh." I swear to God, that is exactly what he said.
What the fuck did you just say to me right there?
That's what he said. Look up. First off, the Island Boys can do what the Paul brothers can do, which is find a very long piece of rope, jump off a very long building, and hang yourselves because no one likes you.
Metaphorically, we don't.
Metaphorically, it's just a joke. We're just making jokes here.
We don't want you to really kill yourself.
No.
Unless you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
Then you can go kill yourself if you're a pedophile.
Yeah. Also, if you're Logan Paul or Jake Paul, you can kill yourself. No, I'm just joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. But no, I love the fact that, Logan Paul. So, his buddies didn't know that was going to happen. So there's a really funny clip from his latest podcast. I will admit, Logan Paul's a very good podcaster. But his buddies in the front row cheering and saying, I told you he would win. I told you he would win. He turns to the crowd and starts like flipping them off and saying, I told you. Turns back around and Logan's down on the ground where the Miz had just body slammed him. And his buddy goes, I didn't even know what happened. I thought he slipped. In national TV, he goes, I thought he just slipped. No, WrestleMania was good. I like the fact that it's never been a 2-night premiere or 2-night show, has it?
No, this was the first time they've had it. Hey, how about my boy Pat McAfee coming in with the W? Let's give it up for Pat McAfee. Let's give it. Good job, Pat. Way to go, buddy.
First off, Pat McAfee.
He's my man, bro.
Pat McAfee has made
my dog.
He has made the WWE have life again.
Yeah, dude, that's my dog right there. I love Pat McAfee.
Honestly, he's a good dude. It sounds crazy, but without Pat McAfee at the helm, I don't know that they get as high as ratings as they do.
Nah, he's really good with the mic, and man, I gotta say he might have a future in wrestling too because
he does. He's very athletic.
He is.
Well, and he's the greatest.
He showed off
punter of all time.
He jumped from all the way from the mat all the way to the very very top rope. Do you realize how fucking far that is?
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Like that's
insane athleticism.
You know how much athleticism you have to do that. There's a bunch of guys that have been doing it for 20 or for years, and they can't even do it. Like Randy Orton couldn't do that. He can't do. John Cena definitely can't do that.
Yeah, his little stubby
Roman
ass.
Reigns can't do like those top guys. Like they don't have like some of those things that Pat does.
Yeah.
But Pat, way to go, way to beat that Austin Theory, bitch.
What I love about
and then Mr. McMahon's a little fuck for getting in. For beating up Pat, but it's okay. But then Stone Cold came in and stunned them all.
Yeah,
he stunned every single one of them.
It was so good to see him back.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Just watching a giant bald man flip off the audience is the funniest thing in the entire world.
And then him every time drinking beer after his matches, just oh man.
But no, Pat McAfee is a wizard. Is a wizard on the mic.
Yeah,
I mean, think about when he.
I mean, why do you think his podcast?
Well, yeah, his podcast is fantastic. But think about when he announced the Colts pick in Nashville when the draft was here, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pat McAfee. If you don't know who I am, it's because we did not punt very much against the Titans.
Folks, this wasn't Nashville.
Yeah,
right?
that was the most savage part.
He did it in that. That's another savage moment.
Right
there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Pat McAfee just basically said he didn't have to go out there at all because the Titans sucked and the Colts did not. Because they had Peyton Manning, let's be honest.
Well, let's talk about
Peyton Manning,
speaking of savage moments, we can mention Michael Jordan. Arguably one of the most savage people of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Dude would literally be smoking cigars and drinking wine 20 minutes before the game and then go drop a 50-piece on your head. I mean, that is why he's the second greatest player of all time.
But he wanted to play baseball like his daddy.
Oh, that was a bitch move. Well, seeing this is the Jordan enthusiast. He played baseball because that brought him close to his dad. It's like, or...
He could have just played basketball.
Hear me out.
And then...
Hear me out. He sucks at baseball.
Yeah, he's probably the worst baseball player. Tim Tebow's way better than him, and Tim Tebow... Also, my guy right there, Tim Tebow.
Hey, I talked.
He should be in the majors, right?
Tim Tebow. Well, I asked
he should have been. I'm so sad that he's no longer a baseball player anymore. Really sad.
I think he's doing okay for himself.
But man,
Tim Tebow. I think he's making some bucks.
Tim Tebow, you my guy. Come on the show, man. I would love to talk to you.
I was about to tell you about that. So I've talked to Tim Tebow before. He wrote me a very sweet note, and I told him this podcast is family friendly. And so Tim Tebow's not coming. No. It used to be family friendly. So now Tim Tebow, even though I'd love to have you on the show, When you listen to this episode and fuck's been said in the first 3 minutes, and then Justin mentions Sandusky sucking dick, I doubt that's your cue.
Nah, Tim Tebow, come on. We would love to have you on. Yeah, I'll keep my mouth to a minimum.
What
we
about
love to have you on, man.
Another savage moment? What about Bobby Knight just chucking chairs across the floor because he didn't agree with a call? That's a great savage moment.
Or how about the NBA ref fixing games?
Oh, fixing games.
Yeah.
Dude went to jail for like 2 years,
16
right?
16 months, I think.
Yeah. What a dipshit.
Idiot. What an
You thought
idiot.
you were going to get away
What
with
a
it,
moron.
too. He literally thought he was going to get away with it.
Or about Pete Rose betting against his team.
Was it against his team or was it for himself?
No, it was against his team. He bet against the Reds every single time. And the Reds were the worst team that year. So, and he knew he could fix it into a way for them to lose. So, yeah. That was pretty savage.
Pete, you made 72 bets this year. Yeah, we suck ass. Of course I bet against us.
Yeah. Why do you think I picked the Reds every time?
Hey, they were intentionally trying to walk you. Why did you lunge at every single one of those intentional throws? Oh, bro, I don't know. I thought it was in the batter's box.
Or Roger Clemens using cheating too.
Well, I
using
mean, Sammy
PEDs.
Sosa putting cork in his bat. I mean,
Baseball players or pitchers having tar on their hands so the ball sticks to.
baseball players. I mean, what's his name? Barry Bonds was on like the highest amount of horse steroids basically possible. Like baseball is just built for cheaters.
Hey, that man broke the home run record. Okay, that had nothing to do with the steroids.
It was all natural.
It was all natural.
Yeah,
he did all himself.
It was all skill. Everybody can hit the ball 725 yards out of the park.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball,
everybody can hit the water with the baseball.
Speaking
every time.
of baseball, since this podcast kind of just got derailed from the beginning, opening day was today.
Yes, sir.
The Cubs started out with a win.
My dogs, go Cubs, go!
I've always told people I have a big problem with baseball, and my problem with baseball has always been the fact that they're the biggest whiny bitches. Besides soccer players, they're the biggest whiny bitches in any sport ever. That includes soccer, that includes croquet, that includes badminton, ping pong, doesn't matter.
Hell no, NBA players are way too whiny.
No.
Way more whinier.
Baseball has literally has lockouts all the time.
Man, no they don't.
They do? What do you mean no?
This is their second lockout in 30 years.
Baseball is filled with the biggest punk. They threaten to lock out every single year. They have no cap. They don't work hard. One dude was wearing pearls.
They work hard,
Please don't
bro.
tell me you work hard. There's not that many fat fucks in any other sport besides the MLB.
The fuck are you talking about? Look at all the fucking offensive linemen in it.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be fat.
Okay, well, baseball players are supposed to be
They're
fat.
not supposed to be fat.
And they're not all fat, homie. There's a lot of... most of them are in shape. There's only a few fatties out there.
You name me one team that doesn't have a fat bastard on it.
The
Go.
Cubs?
Bullshit.
They ain't got a fat bastard on their team.
Bullshit.
They don't have a fat bastard on their
Bullshit.
team. They don't.
I will look up the roster
Look
after
up
this.
the roster. All right.
I will look. Where's my phone?
Folks,
Where's my
next
phone?
next podcast, my colleague's gonna do his homework.
No, hell no. I'm going to Google it right now. Oh, well, someone's texting me. All right, let me Google this shit right now. Cubs, what year is this? 2022, right?
Yes,
Roster.
you fat fuck.
Why are you calling me a fat fuck? All right, let's get images here. The first picture's a fat fuck. There's like 4 of them.
No, there's not.
Who is this? Who is that?
All right, well that's
Who is this?
Those are not even players, homie. Those
Bullshit.
are coaches.
Bullshit.
Those are coaches. Coaches wear uniforms.
Well, I know that, but you cannot tell me that that's a coach.
That's a coach, homie. He's the
2022 opening day roster.
He's the third baseman. He's the third baseman, homie.
No, I'm gonna find one.
Well, folks, let's just...
Who's this guy? Injured just to Cody Hiruri.
Dude's also 6'5". He's not fat. He's mostly
fat.
muscle. Okay.
He's fat.
Folks, anyways.
This
baseball,
guy right here is fat.
Anyways, baseball is back. And I'm so glad that my Cubs picked up the victory today. And I'm interested to see how this year is going to go for them.
Yeah, well, get me in about 112 games. I don't even, what is that, halfway through the season? How many games are there? There's like 422?
162.
Jesus Christ. Baseball's so fucking trash.
My
It's so
my
bad.
colleague doesn't have good taste in
No,
anything,
no.
guys.
I love going to baseball games. I love the Cubs. I love being in that atmosphere. But it fucking sucks to watch on TV. It is
I love
so boring.
baseball with every passion of my being, guys. So
Ah, well, my colleague's flipping me off now. That's cool. All right, so opening day was today. I really don't have much to say about the MLB because I don't give a flying fuck. All right, we need to find a natural way to end this podcast because I don't want it to end on baseball sucks, you flipping me off and saying I don't give a flying fuck.
well, how about we end it with, guys? Remember, Sandusky did
Oh, my dear God.
suck men's dicks. All right.
Well, there it is, guys. This
They
podcast is for sure getting banned. So if you never hear this episode, you know, God bless you. This episode got real dark, real perverted, real quick.
Hey, we had a lot of fun on this episode. I had a lot of fun.
To be honest, guys, we looked at the paper that we had, looked at our notes, and we just went off of it. I mean, I don't know what we even talked about. I don't know how we got to where we're at right now, if I'm being honest. I have no idea. I don't know how we got to the MLB. I couldn't tell you the first thing that we said or the last thing. I remember you saying Sandusky sucks some dicks.
I've got the perfect way to end it.
Okay.
Right?
Please, no dick jokes.
I got no
no.
dick dick jokes. All right.
Okay, go.
You can hit a woman, but if you kneel for that national anthem, get the fuck out of here. All right.
All right, so make sure you're standing, hand on heart, but you can physically abuse your wife when you get home.
You can physically punch her in the fucking face and then shut down a whole casino.
But as long as you don't kneel for the anthem, America will still accept you.
They will.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. I don't really know what this episode was. I don't know what this episode is. Good luck listening to it. If you can get through the first 5 minutes and stomach it, congratulations, you made it. Make sure you're following TLR Podcast 615. That is TLR Podcast 615 on social media, so you can stay up to date with everything we've got going on. We're starting videography next week, so you're going to be able to see our beautiful/ugly faces. I'm beautiful, he's ugly. But just make sure that you're staying up to date with us on social media. Follow, like, comment, share. Does more for this podcast than you know. Once again, everybody, I'm Jacob Courtwright.
I'm Justin Courtwright.
And this is The Locker Room.